Hi guys! There's a significant amount of light coming in through my window right now, and I just really hope that I'm not like too bright on the face. Too bright. I am here today to do my top 10 most owned authors. Note that I simply counted the books on the shelves and made a list of the authors that I own most. Many of them I've not read their books yet. I don't like them or whatever. It's complicated. I just went by numbers. Let's do this. So my top most owned author is Stephenie Meyer. I have a total of 11 books by her. How? Because she hasn't published that much, but how? Quite simple. I have the whole Twilight series up over there. I don't want to take them out, but you can see them right there. It's the whole 4 Twilight books. And then I have the whole Twilight series once again in Spanish. Because some of you may recall that the first books I ever actually read in my life, because I willingly wanted to, and actually read them, was the Twilight books. I'm not ashamed of it. No, I'm not. I am not ashamed. I'm not. So I read them, loved them, and then I bought them all in English, learned to read in English, and that was that. I don't like them anymore, but I have them. Next, I also have The Host. The Bree Tanner book, I don't remember the name in English. This one's in Spanish. I have the Twilight graphic novel. And I also had The Host in Spanish, but I gave that one away. So, yeah, definitely Stephenie Meyer is my most owned author. My second most owned author is Sarah Dessen with 10 books. I have almost all of her novels apart from the newest releases. I have That Summer, Someone Like You, Keeping the Moon, This Lullaby, The Truth About Forever, Lock and Key, What Happened with Goodbye, and Along for the Ride, which is 9 books, and book number 10 is Dreamland, which I have on my Kindle. And I'm not sure if digital books count for this tag or thing, but I'm counting it, so 10 books from Sarah Dessen. My next most owned author, I'm not sure if it counts, maybe Rachel Vincent, because I have her bind-ups. Does that count? There's technically 3 books in each of these, so it would make 9 books of her. But since they're bind-ups, I don't know if it counts, so yeah, you decide. You decide. 9 or 3? Let me know. Next up, I have Simone Alcaraz with a total of 5 books. I have her Perfect Chemistry series. I think that's the name of the series. I mean, it's the first book. With Perfect Chemistry, Rules of Attraction, and Chain Reaction. And I have the Leaving Paradise duology with Leaving Paradise and Return to Paradise. My next most owned author is Amanda Hopkins, and I've read none of her books. I also have 5 books from her, and they are the Thrill series, Half Switched, Torn, and Ascend. And to the first 2 books in her Water Song series that I won. Book number 1 being Wake, and number 2, Lullaby. Next up, Colleen Hoover. I have 2 physical copies of her books, and I have 3 ebooks in my Kindle. I have Slammed, Point of Retreat, and Hopeless. And physically, I have Maybe Someday and Ugly Love. I love Colleen Hoover. I've not read these 2, but I've read the other 3, and I love them so much, so much. She's such a great, amazing author. She's one of my all-time favorites. My next author is also one of my all-time favorites, and I have 5 books from her, and it's Sarah Oakler. Starting with 20 Boys Summer, which is one of my favorites of all time. Highly recommend. Fixing Delilah, Bittersweet, The Book of Broken Hearts, the book that has my name on it, because I inspired the name of the main character. I did. Oh my god! It has a letter and a link to it in the description box below so you can read it. And hashtag Scandal. I'm not even sure if it's pronounced like that, or it's just is it Scandal or hashtag Scandal. But it's her newest novel, and it's signed. Next up, Courtney Summers with 4 books. Who also happens to be one of my all-time favorite authors. She writes such dark, thought-provoking novels, and I love them all so much. I have all of her novels, and first up, it's Cracked Up to Be, which I have not read, and it's her debut novel. I need to read it. Some Girls Are, Fall for Anything, and This Is Not a Test. It's also one of my favorites of all time. My god, it broke my soul and showed me the meaning of life, literally. I've rambled about this book so much in my past videos. I love it. Everyone should read it. Everyone should read it. Mind-blowing, and it's about zombies. My next author is Ellen Hopkins, also with 4 books. I have Tricks, Tilt, and I love this cover. I love it. It's gorgeous. Impulse, and Perfect. And last, Jennifer Eccles. I also have 4 books. I have Going Too Far, Forget You, Love Story, and Such a Rush. And I have one more author that I also have 4 books, kinda, and it's David Levithan. The only book I have that it's only written by him, it's Every Day. I've not read it yet. But I also have Destiny Lee's Book of Dares, which he co-wrote, and I haven't finished it, but I love this book. It's so funny, but I've not finished it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm so sorry, world. I'm so sorry. I also have Invisibility as an audiobook, which he co-wrote with Andrea Cremer, which I am currently listening to, and I have 3 hours and 45 minutes left. It's not that good. I'm not enjoying it as much as I should. Review coming up soon. And Will Grayson, which he co-wrote with John Green, and I freaking love this book. I've listened to it so many times because it's so much fun, and read it as an ebook. So yeah, those are my most owned authors, and while doing my list, I discovered that I actually don't own that many books from one author. 4 or 5 is my max, my top number, but yeah, I was expecting to find list of 10 books from this author and 10 from that one and another 10 from that one, but no, I have a very wide selection, and a lot of the books I don't own completely. I have the first 2 in the series and the rest I borrowed or I got from the library, so they're all very mismatched things in my room, in my shelves. And also something that's really funny is that my favorite authors, I've only read 1 novel from them, and I love them, and I declare them my favorite authors, but I've not read anything else from them. But yeah, I just have a lot of books, of standalone books that have created a big impact in my life. So yeah, those are my most top 10 authors. No, they're not. Those are my most owned books. No, those are my most owned authors. There. So do let me know if you've made this tag list. I'm not sure if it's a tag or what it is, but do let me know if you have a video of this sort, or just in the comment section write down which are your most owned authors. It can be only 3 authors, 5 authors, whichever much you like to share. Would love to know also if you know the authors I mentioned, if we have similar taste in books and such, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!